To other news now, the Competition Commission's Fresh Produce Market Report has painted a bleak picture of South Africa's fresh produce markets. There's a lack of transformation and competition, just some of the concerns raised by the watchdog. But while farmers, market agents and the CEO of the Johannesburg Fresh Produce Market, the biggest in the country, all agree change is needed, how that change will happen will be the next big question. Business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo has been out speaking to different stakeholders to get to grips with the Commission's findings. She joins us now for an update. Ntokozo, good morning. You've been out since early this morning. You're now on a farm. Where have you been?
Good morning, Stephen. Well, I've spent most of the morning trying to understand how a fresh produce market works, and those early hours applying to really this industry that the early bird catches the fastest worm, or the early bird gets the best prices and the best produce. But as you rightfully said, we have moved over now to the farm, and we'll give our viewers those insights into how exactly a fresh produce market works. But we are here at Veggies Farm with the owner, that is Sophie Musabeni, who owns this large farm with about 45 workers, supplying retailers, including Pick n Pay and Checkers, as well as distributing through the Johannesburg fresh food markets, as well as Tshwane and the Springs market. Sophie, thank you for making time for us, and it was a busy morning for you already. So we're coming from the market and we're really trying to get to the bottom of the Commission's finding issues with slow transformation, non-competitive behavior. Do you agree with that report, or are there nuances perhaps that the Commission may have missed?
Okay, I can say I agree, because it's lack of information, especially our black small-scale farmers and emerging farmers. So it's difficult for them. But what I can say, in Johannesburg market, all the markets that we can mention of Spring Market, Tshwane Market and Johannesburg Market, the access is so easy. It's open for everyone who wants to supply to Johannesburg Market, to all these fresh produce market. The challenges is our small-scale farmers and our emerging farmers. Sometimes they don't have knowledge and skills and the information how the market works. So that's why you can see I've got I can say a project that I'm helping small-scale farmers and emerging farmers to teach them, to educate them. If they want to be successful commercial farmers, this needs to be done. So if I can talk about Johannesburg market, even myself, when I started as small-scale farmers, it was difficult. But there, the competition is too high. Remember, you are dealing with the farmers who've been there for a long time, who've been there for decades. They are commercial, they've got everything. As when we are starting as a small-scale farmers, we don't have implements, we don't have knowledge how the system works. But because I did not give up, I keep on supplying, and I have a good relationship with the market agents. So now they tell me there is no farmer who supply all year around non-stop. Obviously, even if you send your produce to Johannesburg market and then today did not sell, it does not mean next week it won't sell. So it needs someone who's really passionate and have knowledge, also strong to understand. Farming is also a business. You must keep on trying until you make it right.
Absolutely. And just talking about those relationships, Sophie, that's really the theme that I did get when I was at the markets, that when you are coming in, it really is about developing and building those relationships. And we did get to see some of that play out, you know, with black farmers coming in, fighting with their market agents that you didn't get me the best price. So how do we build those relationships and make sure that we're speaking the right language, all stakeholders in the fresh produce markets?
Okay, now the technology is there. All these agents, they've got WhatsApp. Communicate. Tell the agent that this is what I have. How is the market looking? Is it baby marrow selling? Is spinach selling? Is it butternut selling? Then they're going to give you a good feedback. Which now the baby marrow or butternut or spinach is flooded in the market. So the competition is too high. Even if I send my things, sometimes the consumers, they don't buy because of the quality. They don't buy because the product is all over.
Yeah, absolutely. And talk us through, I think one of the main concerns from the Competition Commission was also that 90% or up to 90% markup from the produce leaving the farm, ending up on my dinner table. Can you help our viewers understand what causes such a high markup?
What I can say is, when you are producing from the farm, until the product gets to the consumers. Remember, that's why now where we are going, I'm going to show you how I price my product. I make the product to be available for everyone in South Africa, because I know that food is becoming more expensive. That's why I even tell the MEC that I need a bigger land so that I must produce more food. The problem is there is also a middleman who's not a farmer at all, who's just go and buy product in the market and then they go and process it. Obviously, the food is going to be expensive when you buy it. That's why the food is expensive for everyone in South Africa. But if the food, it has been produced by a farmer and it reach to the store, from the farmer to the store, then it makes the food to be cheaper. I think I answer your question.
Yeah. Well, Sophie, thank you so much for those insights. And really, Stephen, it's been education upon education for me today. And what Sophie is saying, really, industry players, including those market agents at the Johannesburg markets, agreeing to that sentiment that there are middlemen who come in who are not even in the industry, but come and buy this produce at this lower prices, repackage them and sell them again. So some maybe of the issues that the Competition Commission should dig into as they continue to look into the issues in the market. But I just want to talk to Penny quickly, who is the procurement manager here, a young lady. There are about 45 people employed here. Penny, you are young, and we hear youth don't quite go into farming. But what drew you into this industry, and what is it that you would encourage other young black women to come into farming?
Well, I think from now on, most of the people don't know much about, actually young ones, don't know much about the farming. And what I liked most, the encouragement come from my boss, Sophie. So there's more and more things that we have to learn from the farming side, just like me and the shops.
Yeah.
There are many different sizes that they needed of the product. And they're different, actually, because roots can be the same with Pick n Pay and Checkers. So everything that I have to make is to make sure that Roots has their most product and the perfect one, and they get it at time. Because, like, what can I say? Just like Elspark, the one that we produce, when they say they need their product by 4, that's mean by 3:30, that product has to be left.
Yeah.
So I think my staff, we work really hard.
Work very hard. And Stephen, I think let's leave it there for now. I am going to be heading out to Pick n Pay, the retailers there, to understand what they say from their point of view are some of the bottlenecks that are still in the industry. But if I'm seeing anything on the ground here is that transformation is taking place. It might be slow, but farmers such as Sophie, Stephen, employing young people and upskilling them to make sure that at least the next generation, we do see that fast-tracked transformation, and we do see food prices actually steady as we see more emerging black farmers enter the industry, Stephen.
Ntokozo Khumalo, thank you very much indeed for that.